My mother always told people that I used to be a troublemaker when I was little, and that she regrets having me. I never really understood what that meant. What exactly is a troublemaker? I'm worried that this reputation I built as a child is negatively affecting me today. For my own sanity, I'm going to consult a stranger at a bus stop to see if they share a similar experience. I'm here with... What's your name?
Mulati,
Mulati?
yeah,
And where are you from?
from Ethiopia.
Would you ever say you got in trouble as a kid?
Maybe sometimes it will happen, yeah.
Did you ever get punished for getting in trouble by your parents?
No, not by banished.
Okay. What's the worst thing that you've ever done as a child?
I think the worst day is, as I remember, we are playing like hockey. Somebody kicked the roll and the roll kick me here. At that time is I get really a worst day.
Okay, so someone kicked you?
No.
Oh, you kicked them.
We play together, everybody.
You kicked him.
No, he kicked me.
And you got in trouble?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Mulati's story was really hard to follow, and I couldn't tell if he was being honest. So, would you say that you were a troublemaker?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a troublemaker. My mom is very, very nice. Well,
Okay. I don't think we would get along because you're not a troublemaker, and I am. I had a feeling that Mulati was probably lying to me just so he could fit in with everyone else. But the question still stands. Where do I fit in? I need to talk to someone who's actually caused some trouble to find out. I'm here with
Andrew.
Andrew, nice to meet you. And how was your childhood?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, you'd say? Would you ever say you got in trouble?
From time to time, yeah.
And you'd get punished and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, and then so what's the worst thing you did as a child?
Sorry. That I could think of where I got in a lot of trouble? Quite a bit, but I mean, I can remember one thing I did was flushing the G.I. Joes down the toilet, and my father having to replace the toilet. And,
So you clogged the toilet with your
I
GI.
clogged the toilet with the G.I. Joes. Yeah, that didn't go over too.
Okay, that's the worst thing you've done?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I did other bad things too, for sure.
Oh, is it just because you don't want to say it on...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it involving substances?
No, I never really got into too much trouble as far as substances are concerned. I mean, I smoked pot and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean,
Sorry, you smoke...
pot or weed or
Oh.
whatever, yeah.
Okay, so I would say I'm probably in between. I was just talking to my friend Mulati, and I'm probably more of a troublemaker than him, but probably less of a troublemaker than you are.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Speaking with Andrew gave me the perspective that I needed, but I still had so many questions. Be careful with those.
Yeah.
Those are really dangerous. I'm not someone who would smoke pot and flush G.I. Joe action figures down the toilet, but I'm not far off. I related more with troublemaker Andrew instead of non-troublemaker Mulati, and that's a problem. I gathered my thoughts and realized that I should probably meet with a third person to give me a clear answer on where I lie on this troublemaker spectrum. Oh yeah, is that your bike? You bought it?
Electric scooter.
Sorry, what was that?
It's an electric scooter.
An electric scooter? And how much did that run you?
Oh, it was quite dear for me. $2,500 for that.
$2,500?
Yep.
Where did you get money like that?
From work as a personal trainer.
That's awesome. That means you probably have like a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
How was your childhood?
Well, yeah, I had a hard childhood.
Would you say that you got into trouble as a kid?
Oh yeah, sure. Up to mid-teens, I was troubled, as well as getting into trouble. I did a weekend in jail.
Oh.
At 16 years old.
Oh, what would be the worst thing you've done as a child?
The worst thing I did was get involved with drugs.
I had a friend, I just talked to someone, his name was Andrew, and he said the worst thing he's ever done was flush G.I. Joe action figures down a toilet, and it clogged it was his father's toilet. So that's the worst thing he's done. So you would probably say that you were higher than that.
Yeah, I was definitely higher on the scale of badass.
And since I asked you the worst thing that you've done, I'll let you know what I've done. I gave my dog laxatives to get him to, and then I picked it up, and there was a neighbor down my street that I really hated, and but I lit it on fire before.
Doorstep.
And I got in a lot of trouble for that.
And we did that as youth as well. So that is a bad thing, but it's not endangering a life, your own or anyone else's.
Now that we've kind of talked a bit, I feel like maybe me and you could get along, given the fact that we're both somewhat of troublemakers. I think troublemakers might have to stick together.
I think that is probably not a good idea. I would say when similar minds get together, that's where they're at, and that's what they're about. Yeah.
And what was your name?
Larry.
Larry?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Larry.
Talking with Larry made me realize it didn't matter how much trouble you caused when you were younger, because it's what you do now that matters. I know that I'm not a troublemaker because I actively try to be a good person every single day. I'm happy I can now move on with my life without having what I did as a child weigh me down. After our interview, I continued talking to Larry, where he told me more about his personal training gig, how he helps kids with special needs on the side, and his favorite activity, riding his electric scooter